Do you remember when Donald Trump said that he didn't know who Prince Andrew was after it was revealed that Prince Andrew was a frequent visitor of convicted pedophile Jeffrey Epstein's island? Watch.
On Prince Andrew stepping down from his royal duties.
On who?
Prince Andrew stepping down from his royal duties.
No, I don't know Prince Andrew, but that's a tough story. It's a very tough story. I don't know him, no.
What? I don't even know the guy. Why are you asking me questions? I swear it's always something different with him. In a 2000 interview with People magazine, Trump had all these great things to say about Prince Andrew. Quote, he's not pretentious. He's actually a lot of fun to be with. Another observer said, quote, Maxwell seems to think so too. She and the Duke, who have been romantically linked since April, seem like co-conspirators, talking, laughing, and enjoying the party. They were together the entire evening. Maxwell, as in Ghislaine Maxwell, the longtime associate of Jeffrey Epstein, who helped aid Epstein's child sex trafficking ring. She helped coerce them and is currently serving a 20-year prison sentence. There has been a lot of talk about the Epstein files in recent weeks, and also the failure to release them. And you notice how every time that Trump is asked about this, he tenses up and he gets all, defensive. Now he's telling his supporters, shh, enough about this. It's just a Democratic hoax. That's what he's telling his supporters. Forget about it. Okay then, release the files. If it's a Democratic hoax, release the files. No matter who's in it. I mean, he really doesn't want the files to come out. And now Attorney General Pam Bondi, who said back in February that the files were sitting on her desk, she has to dance around the questions about the files too. It's like a new thing with this administration.
A few months ago on the South Lawn, he said that he would support you releasing additional credible evidence from the Epstein investigation. Is that something that you are open to doing?
Let me take that.
Just a few months ago.
Let me take that first. This today is about fentanyl. This is about a wall of people right outside this room who have died from, I appreciate your question, but this today is about fentanyl overdoses throughout our country and people who have lost loved ones to fentanyl. That's the message that we're here to send today. Nothing about Epstein. I'm not going to talk about Epstein. Go ahead.
And so too.
We're not going to talk about the files, okay? We're not going to talk about Epstein. No questions about Epstein, please. Apparently, 211 House Republicans also think the same thing. They blocked a Democratic attempt to force a vote on the release of the Epstein files. All Democrats voted in favor. All Republicans were opposed. They didn't even want to allow verbal debate about it. So let this be known that the Republican Party protects pedophiles and sexual abusers. Oh, wait, we already knew that because they literally nominated a guy convicted for it to be their nominee for president. But hey, this is the party of protecting children. Despite House Republicans' protection of their dear leader, other members of Congress think that we should be talking about Epstein. Republican Senator Josh Hawley wants Ghislaine Maxwell to testify before the Senate Judiciary Committee. And Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett wants Pam Bondi before the House Judiciary Committee to face questions on this as well.
We should be calling in Pam Bondi. We should put her under oath to testify in front of Judiciary on the House side.
About Epstein?
About Epstein, absolutely.
What do you want to know?
Well, first of all, she said, I've got the files on my desk. Mm-hmm. Then the next thing you know, she said, well, wait a minute, there are no files. Which one is it? When were you lying? And why are you lying? What is the cover-up? We know that your boss indicated that he was going to release the files. What is the holdup on releasing the files? And how are you going to go about determining what is relevant?
Remember Bondi. Remember Dan Bongino, the deputy FBI director, and Kash Patel, the FBI director. All of these guys are facing scrutiny right now and even considering resigning as the pressure is ramping up. Because for them, remember that they were the loudest about this. They were the loudest beating the drum about release the Epstein files, release the Epstein files. And now they're all involved in this, and it's a huge cover-up. Remember everything that they said, right?
Please do not let that story go.
Who has Jeffrey Epstein's
Black Book?
Black Book.
FBI.
But who? That is, I mean, there's...
that's under direct control of the director of the FBI.
What the hell are the House Republicans doing? They have the majority. You can't get the list? Put on your big boy pants and let us know who the pedophiles are.
Would you declassify the Epstein files?
Yeah, I would.
All right.
I guess I would. I think that less so because, you don't know it. You don't want to affect people's lives if it's phony stuff in there because there's a lot of phony stuff with that whole world. But I think I would.
This isn't about Epstein or 9/11 or JFK or RFK. It is, but it isn't. It's about a bigger thing. If you're lying about that, you're lying about everything. Who's on the Epstein tapes, folks? Who's on those tapes? Who's in those black books? Why have they been hiding it?
And this is something Donald Trump has talked about. The DOJ may be releasing the list of Jeffrey Epstein's clients. Will that really happen?
It's sitting on my desk right now to review. That's been a directive by President Trump. Everything's going to come out to the public. The public has a right to know. Americans have a right to know.
CBS News has confirmed Maurene Comey has been fired from her federal prosecutor position in New York. She was part of the prosecution team that took the case of Jeffrey Epstein and was also part of the prosecution team that handled the Sean Diddy Combs case. The Justice Department has not commented on why Comey was fired. We know it happened under the president's authority, and the president has long had run-ins with Maurene Comey's father, former FBI Director James Comey, who Trump fired in 2017.
In regard to the Epstein story, Donald Trump keeps trying to make it go away. He keeps trying to make this story just dissipate into the news cycle. That's not happening. And if you're trying to make a story go away, you don't fire a major person in the story. So with the firing of Maurene Comey, the whole Epstein files things is just going to get even bigger. I mean, this is a whole entirely new situation right now, and it does not make someone who claims to be, who wants to get away from this story as far as possible, of course, citing their culpability, it does not make a person like that, it does not make that's not good for a person like that. I mean, with regards to the firing of Maurene Comey, this is only going to make things worse as we're getting unearthed clips like this with JD Vance speaking about the Epstein files needing to get out.
Release the list.
Seriously, we need to release the Epstein list. That is an important thing.
So once again, that is JD Vance, the Vice President of the United States, laughing with Theo Von, saying that the Epstein files should be released. And again, this is looking worse for the administration after the firing of this top federal prosecutor that not only was involved of the prosecution of the Epstein case, but also the Diddy case as well. So this is going to just be exacerbated. When this news broke, I was actually speaking with TikTok's Leg Up News, the famous Danny D here on the Jeremiah Patterson Show. We're actually scheduled to have a full discussion. Everything will be published later today for the resistance protest, the Good Trouble protest. But this is an exclusive snippet of that interview speaking about this.
We're seeing a little bit of breakage in that with this Epstein scandal.
Yeah.
There's a breakage. People are going, oh, well, I don't and I knew that this was going to be something that was going to become something really major because, I mean, most people are not for abusing children. Mm-hmm. Majority of people are not for abusing children on whatever level that is. They're not for it. And so when this is getting a little bit closer, to home, people are like, okay, well, I'm going to step on over here on this side, because I don't want to get hit by strays that are happening over there because people are really turning for the good.
Do you think that I always say that there's a strategy to when it comes to this regime to flood the news cycle with so much news that you're not ever focused on one specific thing? I always say on the show, eyes open, heads up, stay focused, have a wider attention span, be able to decipher multiple stories at once. I think when it comes to this Epstein story, which has, continued to stay in the news cycle, that this is a story that is becoming so big that it's, impossible to ignore. And it gets worse when they do stuff like what just happened earlier tonight, firing one of the top Epstein prosecutors at the Department of Justice.
Yep.
Your reaction.
Why? Because you're doing all the things that are making you even more so guilty. Like, if you are not in this file at all, or if there's no incriminating evidence within this file, because there are people who are in it. I'm sure there are people who are in it who were just like, I'm on the list. I'm on the flight log because I was going to the island. Kind of like the Diddy stuff. Like, people went to the Diddy parties, but then there was a Diddy party, and then there was a Diddy party.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Afterwards, where I'm pretty sure this was happening on the Epstein's Island as well too, where people are like, "Oh yeah, I'm going for brunch, but then I'm leaving," and then all the horrible stuff happened afterwards. So yeah.
Yeah. So things are getting worse, but we are here to report it all. Thank you everyone for watching this video here on the Jeremiah Patterson Show. This video is sort of done in a hurry to get this out there, but I do appreciate all of your support and as you watching. As always, please be sure to support the Jeremiah Patterson Show on Blue Sky and Substack at TJPS News. You can also check me out on YouTube at the Jeremiah Patterson Show as well. Be sure to send me an email if you have any questions, comments, concerns, tjpsnews@gmail.com. As always, this is independent journalism, so you can support us by becoming a paid subscriber to the Jeremiah Patterson Show on Substack for $7.99 a month or $75 a year. As always, you can support the Jeremiah Patterson Show through Cashapp, Venmo, PayPal at TJPS News to make a one-time donation if you're currently not in a position to become a paid subscriber to my work. Thank you all again. I will see you later today for our resistance special on the Good Trouble protests. You do not want to miss the full interview with Danny D. See you soon.